welcome. It's time for Trick of the Week, and it's trick number 8. Now, you know, the other day, I was actually doing this trick in a hall, and there was a chap right at the back. I think he had a bit much to drink, because he was shouting out, "Hey, look at that small guy with the cards." You're going to have to think about that one. Now, this is a trick made famous by two magicians, Kerry Pollock and Doc Eason. First time I saw it, I fell in love with it. I don't do it that much anymore. It's a bit tongue-in-cheek. It's all about rhyme and poetry. You're going to see. It's a story about two gals and a guy. It's a soap opera of sorts, and you'll soon see why. The first two of three were a husband and a wife for most of their life. A king and a queen. She was called Edith and he was called Stan. You see, Edith was queen and Stan was her man. I know, it's really classy poetry, this. Now, the king was happy, but the queen she was not, because it is a son they wanted, which could not be got. You see, the king, he was strong, he was potent, he was virile, well made. However, the problem lay with the queen, because she was sterile. You see, in fact, she was a spade. Neutered, fix, it's a veterinary term. Now, all the king wanted was a son to take over his name. And when this didn't happen, soon it was Edith that got the blame. I mean, the fighting, the yelling, the screaming. Edith could take it no more. So soon she was calling Stan a bum and his mistress a horrible person. She just kept on and on and on. I don't know why. You see, she knew about Kate all right, who was a lovely young lass with a face of a queen and a firm, shapely ankle. Yeah, she had a club foot. I know. But she could dance well, which was good for social functions. Now, 'twas Kate that the king lusted, but he also loved his queen, which was quite a dilemma. So the only solution was to create a threesome with a king in between. I did tell you it was a soap opera from Hollywood, okay? Now, a king with two queens soon rocked the throne, as you can imagine would in any home. But greed and lust don't work well with fate, and soon it was Edith that lusted after Kate. Ha! You're not going to switch off after all. Two queens in love soon sent Stan away, much to his dismay. But of course he returned because all he wanted to do was play. Ooh, you didn't expect that, did you? The two queens were angry. They would have none of that. And soon they sent him back away over the castle walls, and they threatened to cut off his hand. No, so he couldn't open the door and get back in, obviously. But the king, he was persistent. So he returned one night while Kate was away. Was Edith upset? She was livid. She hissed. Not to mention poor Stanley was also quite upset. And as it would happen, much to Edith's delight, Kate returned later that night, and the king never ever again was in sight. Now you may be wondering, what is the moral? What is it that you have learned from the trials and tribulations of Stan, Kate, Edith, and the tables that they have turned? You see, I share this with everyone, and I'm going to share it with you. In life, it's always like this. You cannot have your Kate and Edith too. I know. That was trick number 8. I'll see you again next week. Cheers.